Okay, welcome to discussion posts. I normally get quite a few questions about discussion posts, so I wanted to do a quick video just to cover discussion posts, what the expectations are, and what I expect from you in discussion posts. So, with that, keeping it short, let's get started. So in each week there will be at least one discussion post. Some weeks there are two discussion posts. If there are two discussion posts, then you have double the amount of posts that you have to do. You're required to do one original post and three responses to other students. So I would encourage you write something that's going to encourage other people to respond to your discussion. Okay, your discussions have to be academic. Okay, so you're going to be asking or posing an academic argument to the group, and they are going to respond to your academic argument. Okay, so if you have one discussion in a week, you're going to have a total of 4 posts. If you have 2 discussions in a week, you're going to have a total of 8 posts. I take 25 points off for each non-response. So if you do just an original post and don't do any follow-up posts, then you're going to get 25 points for that discussion post, and that'll be it. So what are discussion posts? Discussion posts, a lot of people look at them and say, oh, this is just filler, this is just busy work, I'm going to wait till the last minute to do something, and hopefully somebody will respond to me. Okay, and that's not what a discussion post is supposed to be about. Discussion posts are supposed to be about having an academic argument. You as a student in a master's program learning how to have an argument or have a conversation that is fact-based, not fiction-based, not based on the internet or the latest thing you heard in the news or what Facebook told you. Okay, this is going to be academic literature. This is going to be something that you've read, something that you can cite, and you will then use that in your posts. Posts are to be original. They need to provide others a chance to ask questions and discuss. That's what you want to encourage. So when you're writing your posts, make sure you write them with some meat on the bone that someone else can start chewing on, so you can get some good conversation going between you and the other people. Do not use popular media, CNN, Fox, MSNBC, local news, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any of those sources, Wikipedia. Those are not academic sources. Your textbook is not an academic source. Will allow you to use it for the first week because you're just coming in and probably are unaware that your textbook is not an academic source. So I'll let you use it for the first week, but after that, you're going to need to have true academic sources. At least 2 articles to support your initial post, which means that you need to have 2 citations. Don't give me just one, because then you're doing a biased presentation. You need to have at least 2, something that is supported. So 2 articles will show that you have at least 2 other academics in the world that are supporting your argument. Remember, it's not about your opinion. It's not about your view. It's not about what you think. It is about what you can prove. So when you're writing your art or writing your discussion posts, and you're writing your even when you're writing your papers later on, the words "my opinion," "I think," etc., they aren't acceptable in this venue. It's what you can prove, and right now you prove it by standing on the shoulders of those that came before you. Okay, one day someone will be standing on your shoulders using your work. But right now, you're the student, and you get to use other people's work to validate or prove your point. We're going to talk about research and how to do research and what research is in later sessions. We're also going to go in depth. I have a research video for you in this initial week, so make sure you review that. There's a lot of information in there about how to do research, what is research, and how to get your best grades. All right, so this is a sample discussion post. As you can see, The person has used the textbook. This is a week one discussion post, and we allow this for week one. But then as you start going through, you see that they use other citation. Here he has Hunker and Probst, 2011. He has it properly cited down in the reference section of Hunker and Probst, 2011. It is a legitimate article. It came from a paper that was written on Insider Threat. So this article was acceptable. It was a very good discussion post. The individual did a good job kind of preparing and presenting their thoughts. This is what I want to see. This is the kind of information, or this is the kind of post that I expect as your initial post. Now, subsequent posts or additional posts, I'm not going to grade you as hard on those, and I don't mean quality or original thought, etc. What I'm not gonna make you go out and do a bunch of citations on the second, third, and fourth responses. Okay, I would like to see some citations, but I will let you have your opinion. Now, what can't they be? Well, they can't be. Yep, I agree, and that's going to be your discussion post. That's not going to cut it. You're going to have to put in something a little bit more substantive. You're going to have to use cognitive thought. I mean, that's what this class is about. It's about getting you to think cognitively, to use that ability to extract something from a set of data and produce something that is usable and readable by the mass. Make sure that you are addressing or staying focused on whatever the topic is. If the topic is about Tor, if the topic was about Insider Threat, stay focused on that. Don't get off track. Don't kind of meander off onto something else and talk about something else. Try to find something. You're more than welcome to watch the news and watch popular media and get ideas for your articles. But then once you've got that idea, you need to go into the academic papers and find the information that's going to support your argument. One great example of that is Wikipedia. Wikipedia is not an academic source, but at the very bottom of the Wikipedia page in the reference section, you normally find quite a few good papers that were used inside the Wikipedia article. So you can use the reference section to go out and then read those papers, and then you can synthesize that information into a argument or something that makes sense. Okay, so again, I don't consider discussions to be a waste of time. It gives me a great place to go and look at how you are thinking, what you're thinking about, what your positions are. Very quickly, I can tell, how you view law enforcement, for example. It's very easy to see someone's biases or somebody that is maybe pro or against government rules and regulations. But if you can prove your point through academic research, well, then that's going to be a valid argument, regardless of what side you take. You just have to make sure that you have the academics or the academic bullets, I guess, to put in the gun to defend your argument. Okay, so with that, again, just wanted to keep this really short, but make sure I went over discussion posts, because again, they're very important. They're a big part of this this course. You've got probably 13 or 14 discussion posts all the way through the course. Make sure to post early. Don't try to post Sunday night, Sunday, or Saturday. You've got 2 posts during the week. The first one needs to be done early, so probably Monday, Tuesday, get some responses. And the second one needs to be done the second part of the week, Thursday, Friday. And then you should be looking at both your posts. You should be writing on both the posts all week long. Make sure to encourage people to have conversation with you. make sure that you are actively encouraging people to go read your stuff. Write academically. Make sure that you're writing in a tone and a voice that is academic and it's not opinion based, bias based, popular media based. You got to write academically, and then stay away from the popular media. It's very easy to get into the popular media, read a Facebook post, and go, "Yep, I'm going to talk about that," and then find out that Facebook post was either fake or is completely unfounded. So be very careful with that. And then always answer replies to your posts. Make sure that you're putting your answers in, you're talking to the people, and don't leave someone hanging if they've responded to you. Make sure you answer their posts. If you come to Sunday and you don't go back and look on week 6 or week 5 or week 4, the week prior, whichever, I will take that as a part of your grade for the next week, and I will look at your engagement. So if you have someone that's pending a good question review back, or a good question that they've posed and they're sending it back to you, I expect you to answer their question, not just go, well, the week's over, so's my discussion post, so I'm moving on to the next week. You need to finish up your academic conversations. Again, I hope this helps. There's normally a lot of questions that come out referencing this block. So I just wanted to answer the main questions, and look forward to seeing you in the week 1 meeting to answer any other questions you might have. Read the syllabus. Make sure you understand the number of posts, etc., that you're required. And if you need to review the video again, re-review the video again. And with that, I will say have a nice night, and look forward to talking to everybody on the first meeting this week. Good night.